Hollywood has an unwritten rule that says the guy always has to be the taller one. But rules are meant to be broken, and these couples prove that height is just a number. We are starting with the pairs where the difference is subtle, often just an inch or two, but definitely noticeable on the red carpet. You can't have this conversation without the OG tall queen, Nicole Kidman. At nearly 5'11", she has almost always been taller than her partners. Her husband, country superstar Keith Urban, is about 5'10". The gap is only about 1 inch barefoot, but Nicole loves her high heels, creating that stunning visual where she towers over him at every award show. Similarly, Mark Wahlberg is buff, but at 5'08", he isn't exactly tall. His wife, model Rhea Durham, is nearly 5'9". It's a small gap, but when she wears heels for premieres, the difference becomes loud and clear. Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine is an average 6 foot tall, but when you marry a Victoria's Secret angel, average doesn't cut it. Bahati Prinsloo is roughly 5'11", just an inch shorter than him barefoot. However, the second she puts on those runway heels, Adam is looking up, and they happily embrace the height reversal. The same goes for Jason Statham and Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. He's one of the toughest guys in movies, listed around 5'10", while she is a solid 5'9". While he technically has an inch on her barefoot, she is almost exclusively seen in sky-high stilettos, making her appear significantly taller in almost every photo. Then we have the couples that the internet is absolutely obsessed with, starting with Tom Holland and Zendaya. Zendaya is a lean 5'10", while Tom is roughly 5'8", creating a 2-inch difference. They've even joked in interviews about how it complicated stunts on the set of Spider-Man because Zendaya would land before him. Another fan favorite is Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. The Queen in the North is a statuesque 5'10", while Joe is roughly 5'7". Sophie famously said she loved that Joe was shorter because it meant she could wear whatever insane heels she wanted without worrying about bruising his ego. Moving on to some of Hollywood's longest-lasting loves, we have Daniel Radcliffe and Aaron Dark. Harry Potter grew up, but he stayed a self-proclaimed 5'. His longtime partner is about 5'7". Daniel has admitted he used to be self-conscious about his height until he realized he could still be a leading man anyway. Similarly, Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan have been happily married for decades. Michael is 5'4" and Tracy is 5'6", proving that a 2-inch height difference has absolutely nothing to do with long-term love. In the world of comedy and music, the short king energy is strong. Jack Black is full of energy, but keeps it compact at around 5'6". His incredibly talented wife, Tanya Hayden, is about 5'08", a gap that is always visible on the red carpet, where Jack is usually goofing around while looking up at her. Then there is Pharrell Williams, who stands about 5'9", while his wife, model and designer Helen Lasachan, towers over him at 5'11". That 2-inch gap turns into 4 or 5 inches when she wears her signature platform boots. We also see this dynamic with Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden. Cameron is one of Hollywood's famously tall leading ladies at 5'9", and when she married the good Charlotte Rocker, who is roughly 5'7", the difference was immediate. Seth Green and Claire Grant show off an even bigger gap. The actor is famously pocket-sized at around 5'4", while Claire stands closer to 5'7". And we can't forget comedy queen Tina Fey, who is an average 5'5", but her husband, composer Jeff Richmond, is around 5'2". Tina has joked in her book about their height difference, proving that if you can laugh about it, it doesn't matter. As the gaps get wider, the couples just get more iconic. Rock legend Rod Stewart has a definite type, blonde and tall. Rod is about 5'10", but his wife, Penny Lancaster, is a staggering 6'1". Penny loves high fashion and high heels, often making the gap look much wider. In the political world, everyone was obsessed with the former president of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, who is roughly 5'5", and his wife, supermodel Carla Bruni, who is 5'9". Then there is Kevin Hart, who has made an entire career out of jokes about his 5'2" stature. His stunning wife, Eniko, is around 5'7", creating a 5-inch difference that Kevin embraces fully, often standing up straight next to her to show it off. Finally, we have the couples with the most dramatic height differences who prove confidence is key. 80s icon Brigitte Nielsen is famous for her Amazonian stature at 6'1", while her husband Mattia Desi is 5'6", a 7-inch difference. Formula One billionaire Bernie Ecclestone stands at 5'3", while his wife Fabiana Flossie is roughly 5'1", creating a visual contrast that is famous in the sports world. British power couple Jamie Cullum and Sophie Dahl are just as charming. The jazz musician is about 5'4", while the model is a statuesque 6 feet tall. Jamie once joked that they look like a human Venn diagram when they hug. Taking the top spot for the biggest difference is the incredible Peter Dinklage and his wife Erica Schmidt. The Game of Thrones star was born with achondroplasia and stands at 4'5", while his wife, a theater director, stands at 5'6". That is a difference of over a foot. They are incredibly private, talented, and have been happily married for nearly 20 years. So there you have it. 20 couples who prove that the old Hollywood rulebook is meant to be broken. Whether it's 1 inch or 13, these pairs look incredible together. Which of these height differences surprised you the most? And who is your favorite tall queen and short king couple? Let me know down in the comments.